Elijah after his translation. Elijah's removal from earth so far being an interruption to his relations with men, rather marks the beginning of his real activity as a helper in time of need, as a teacher, and as a guide. At first, his intervention in sublunar affairs was not frequent. 7 years after his translation, he wrote a letter to the wicked king Jehoram, who reigned over Judah. The next occasion on which he took part in an earthly occurrence was at the time of Ahasuerus, when he did the Jews a good turn by assuming the guise of the courtier Harbonah in a favorable moment, inciting the king against Haman. It was reserved for later days, however. The Talmudic times, the golden age of the great scholars, the Tannim and the Amoram, to enjoy Elijah's special vigilance as a protector of the innocent, as a friend in need, who hovers over the just and the pious, ever present to guard them against evil or snatch them out of danger. With 4 strokes of his wings, Elijah can traverse the world. Hence, no spot on earth is too far removed for his help. As an angel, he enjoys the power of assuming the most various appearances to accomplish his purposes. Sometimes he looks like an ordinary man. Sometimes he takes the appearance of an Arab, sometimes of a horseman. Now he is a Roman court official. Now he is a harlot. Once upon a time it happened that when Nahum, capital Nahum, the great and pious teacher, was journeying to Rome on a political mission, he was without knowledge robbed of the gift he bore to the emperor as an offering from the Jews. When he handed the casket to the ruler, it was found to contain common earth, which the thieves had substituted for the jewels they had abstracted. The emperor thought the Jews were mocking at him, and their representative, Nahum, was condemned to suffer death. In his piety, the rabbi did not lose confidence in Yahuwah. He only said, "This too is for good." And so it turned out to be. Suddenly Elijah appeared, and assuming the guise of a court official, he said, "Perhaps the earth in this casket is like that used by Abraham for purposes of war. A handful would do the work of swords and bows." At his instance, the virtues of the earth were tested in the attack upon a city that had long resisted Roman courage and strength. His supposition was verified. The contents of the casket proved more efficacious than all the weapons of the army, and the Romans were victorious. Nahum was dismissed, laden with honors and treasures, and the thieves who had betrayed themselves by claiming the precious earth were executed, for naturally enough Elijah works no wonder for evildoers. Another time, for the purpose of rescuing Rabbi Shiloh, Elijah pretended to be a Persian. An informer had announced the rabbi with the Persian government, accusing him of administering the law according to the Jewish code. Elijah appeared as witness for the rabbi and against the informer, and Shiloh was honorably dismissed. When the Roman bailiffs were pursuing Rabbi Meir, Elijah joined him in the guise of a harlot. The Roman emissaries desisted from their pursuit, for they could not believe that Rabbi, capital Meir, would choose such a companion. A contemporary of Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Simon ben Yohai, who spent 13 years in a cave to escape The vengeance of the Romans was informed by Elijah of the death of the Jew-baiting emperor so that he could leave his hiding place. Equally characteristic is the help Elijah afforded the worthy poor. Frequently he brought them great wealth. Rabbi Kahana was so needy that he had to support himself by peddling with household utensils. Once a lady of high standing endeavored to force him to commit an immoral act, and Kahana, preferring death to iniquity, threw himself from aloft.